welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really cute sunflower gnome wreath using a free printable that you can get off of my website. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to make it. Alright y'all, let us get started. So first off, what you're going to need, one of these grapevine wreaths from Walmart. This is an 18-inch wreath. You're also going to need one of these little wooden plaques. Now you can get these at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, pretty much any craft store, sells these little wooden blanks. This particular one came from Joann's, and woo, look there. As for the size, it is a 6.75-inch little wooden square plaque here. All right, so you're going to need that, and you're also going to need an image to put on here. And the one that we're going to be using today is this adorable Welcome Friends Sunflower Gnome. Now, where can you get this? You can get this for free off of my blog. And I'm going to put the link in the description box. I'll also pin a comment. So if you go to my website, thissoutherngirlcan.com, if you go there, you're going to see a tab up top that says freebies. Just click on freebies. I'm kind of in the middle of moving a bunch of old posts over there. But anyway, click on the freebies tab and that's where you can find this little guy. And I'll also put the direct link down below. How cute is that? You just download it, you print it out, and then you cut it out. Okay? So you're going to need that. You're also going to need some Mod Podge, a paintbrush, and some paint. Now, I was kind of wanting a dark green, but I don't have any dark green. So I'm just going to be mixing a little bit of this Kelly green with this burnt umber color. You're also going to need some artificial flowers. So I got these sunflowers from Hobby Lobby. They were on sale. And you're going to need a bow. We'll get into the bow here in a little bit. But anyway, first off, what we're going to do with our sign, let's get this puppy out of the way. What we're going to do with our sign here is, like I said, I want to paint this. And I'm just going to be using, not that. Where is, well, darn it. Aha! I'm going to be using just a piece of cardstock here just to mix up a little bit of this paint. It doesn't have to be anything precise. I'm just going to put a blob of green paint, and then I'm going to put some of this darker brown color in with it. Bloop. Well, how cute is that? Bloop. Ooh, it's an eyeball. I'm just going to mix up a little bit with my paintbrush, and then I'm going to paint sort of like this outer ridge here, and you can paint the back if you want to, but I'm not going to. I don't really see the point in it. So I'm just going to mix it up. There we go. It's kind of the color I was going for, sort of a darkish, like almost an olive green color, Splat, splat, splat. And now we're just going to paint the edge. There we go. Ooh, I like that color. That came out pretty nice. Okay, so I'm just going to paint this edge all the way around. I'm not going to paint this. And then when this is dry, we're going to come back and put on our image. All right, so I'm pretty sure that the majority of this paint is dry. And now what we're going to do is attach our printable here. So I'm going to be using this Mod Podge. It doesn't really matter if you use the gloss or the matte, kind of like whatever look you're going for, because I'm kind of going to be going over the top of this as well. Just take this lid off here. All right. So anyway, what I'm going to be doing is just taking the Mod Podge. I'm going to drip it on the part down here. All right, just kind of going over here, and you kind of really want to pay attention to the edges, okay, because that's where your paper, your cardstock, whatever, will lift. So you really want to make sure that you get this painted on the edges. Now for my printer, I have a LaserJet printer. Now inkjet, when you print out the image and then you try to Mod Podge over it, if you're not careful, it'll smear, okay? But you can take that file once you download it, and you can send it to, like, Staples or, whatever office supply store that you have near you that can print it out. You can do that. But anyway, we're just painting on the Mod Podge, and then we're going to stick it down. All right, so all of that is on there. Let's make sure I don't have any on my fingers. And then we're just going to stick this down. Now, I print mine out on a cardstock, okay? I I like working with cardstock when I'm doing stuff like this a lot better than just regular paper. You know, it's thicker, it's a little bit more durable. You don't have to really worry about it rippling too much when you're pressing it down. So I'm just using my fingers to press it down. If you have like a debit card or a credit card or something like that, you know, you can swipe, 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 you know, just to make sure that it is all stuck down. Let's just make sure. Don't worry if you can see your Mod Podge, okay? Because this stuff is going to dry clear. Oh, look, I got a little bit of paint on my hand. I guess there was one little spot that was not dry. But anyway, now what we're doing is we're just letting this sit here and dry. And then what I'm going to do is go back with more Mod Podge. I'm just going to do here so you can see. I'm just going to like go over the edges here just to make sure I seal it. And I'm going to brush it over the whole image, okay? Now be careful when you're doing that, of course, so that you don't get, you know, like brush marks all over it. You know, just thin coats, like so. So you just thin coats on top of it. And then we can attach it. Okay, so my sign is pretty much dry. Now, after I did the layers of Mod Podge, I did 2 layers of Mod Podge and let that dry. And then I went back over it with this triple thick crystal clear glaze from Krylon. I've used this for quite a long time on my wreaths and I've never had any problems. But anyway, once this was all dry, I gave it one good coat of this, you know, just to kind of seal everything in. So now what we're going to do is we are going to put these little doohickeys on the back so that you can actually put the sign on your wreath, okay? So these are these little mounting pads and they have holes in them right here. So, you know, you can slip some floral wire or a zip tie through that and then use that to attach it to your wreath. So we're just going to turn this puppy over. And I also have some of this E6000. This is the low odor kind. I love this stuff. I love this stuff. No obnoxious odors. So we have this, and they do have like these little doohickeys on the back here that you peel off the paper and then like the sticky pad is there. There we go. So I'm just going to pull that off. And then I'm also going to reinforce this with some hot glue and some of this E6000. Okay, because this sign is heavy. And honestly, I just don't trust this adhesive. So I think my glue gun is hot enough. I don't know. Let me see. Nope, my hot glue gun is not hot enough. So I got to wait a second for it to heat up. All right. Hot glue gun is ready. So what whoa, I just about threw it across the table. Here, take it. The E6000, I'm going to put a little bit like around here, sort of like on the corners, maybe around the edges. And what that's going to do is give us our long-term hold. And then I'm going to put a bit of the hot glue in the center. That's going to give us our immediate hold so that, you know, it doesn't go flying off or anything like that. So anyway, just stick that down. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this other one. Now, what I'm going to use to hold it to the wreath is, oh, Lordy, I didn't take the sticker doohickey off. There we go. What I'm going to use to hold this to the wreath is I'm going to use some floral wire. All right, and then we're going to just put a blob of that in the center. This glue stick's about had it. It's about out. Just press it down like so. And now we're going to let this set up. So now I'm going to get the wreath and get the flowers and let's start putting it together. Okay, so I have my wreath here and this is just a very long piece of floral wire and I bent it in half. Okay, I got stuff all over my hands. Just fold it in half like that so that it's doubled. Then just going to take the bent end here and then see you just go straight through just like so, and then that is going to hold your sign onto your wreath. So let's move this out of the way. Been working with some of that moss today too, and I've got like little fuzzy things all over the place. But here is our wreath. Let's move some stuff. I know this is difficult to see. You know what? And this is like as far back, I think, as my camera. There we go. I zoomed out a little bit more. But I think I'm going to put the sign on first. And then we can best see how to place everything else. Now, all I do with this wire is I'm just going to feed it through, maybe about right in there, and then right over in here, and then give it a few good twists in the back. Let's feed it right through there. And it's pretty easy to get this wire through there. See, there it is. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this end, and then I'm also going to do it with the wire on the bottom. Okay, so our sign is on, and I did that first so I can kind of see, you know, where to place the flowers and the bow and all of that happiness. But anyway, like I said, this is the flowers. These are the flowers I'm going to use. I got them from Hobby Lobby, of course, when they were on sale. Thought that they were really cute. And all I'm going to do is I am going to cut them off of the main stem here. I'm not going to be adding in any extra greenery or anything because I think the leaves on here is going to be plenty. And y'all know me, I don't like wreaths that have like 50 tons of stuff on it. So I'm just cutting them down here at the bottom because I'm not exactly sure how long I want them to be. But anyway, let us start working with these. Now, I am going to be using floral wire to hold them down. The thing with grapevines is I don't like using hot glue to stick things down to it, because I mean there's not, I just don't think it's very sturdy, you know. So I like, we'll start up top, so that's why I kind of like to just wire everything into place. So what I want to do is pretty simple. I'm just going to kind of bend these to where they're kind of starting right there, and then they're going to curve this way a little bit. Let's get this wire out of the way. And just take this one and, you know, kind of put it right there. Yeah, that looks good. And you know what? I can trim this down a little bit now that I know where I want them to go. Just kind of bend it so that it kind of curves along with your wreath. Then you can take this, you can tuck it down in there if you want. There we go. And I do that a lot of times when I'm doing grapevines. I just take the flowers and kind of like just kind of tuck them down in there just to hold it in place, you know, so that I can see where everything is going, see how it looks. And then I go back and I take floral wire, and you see about here, you know, like where the leaves attach to the flowers right here, you can put your wire there and you can hold everything down and the leaves cover it. You can't see the wire is what I'm saying, you know. Now we're going to take this and let's trim that down a little bit. Just kind of bend it and stick it down in there. Okay, now that I have a few of these flowers there, let's get the bow. Now this bow I made with some ribbon from Hobby Lobby, and I know it's kind of squished, but once I get it on the wreath and let me get everything in place, I'll go back and fluff it up, okay? So this ribbon came from Hobby Lobby. Both of these sunflower ribbon is 2.5 inches. And it was on sale. It was like 50% off. So I got the green sunflower and the brown sunflower. Now this light colored ribbon here, this is 1.5 inch. And again, this came from Hobby Lobby as well. Now this is the zip tie bow from my awesome, awesome friend Julie of Julie's Wreath Boutique. So I'm going to throw that ribbon over there. Well, that just made an oogie mess. I'm going to link down below to Julie's video. So if you go check it out, that's her bow video. And the name of this one is the zip tie bow. Because in that video, she does have several different bows. She is like the most awesome bow maker, I'm telling you. She shows you how to do several different kinds, but this is the zip tie bow. The back of it looks like this. And the way I'm going to attach it is, once again, I'm going to take some floral wire and I'll run it through the back. But let's just kind of place this. I want this to kind of be opposite of the sign. So I think I'll put that right about there. Yeah, that looks okay. What you think? And then just trim that. And then we're going to bend it again. And then we're going to start having it go down this way. Okay, down across the bottom. Just like we did up here at the top. Yeah, so I'll just start right about here. Let's tuck that down in there. And I think I'm going to put some more flowers up top so that, you know, it's closer to the sign. But anyway, I'm going to work on these flowers. I'm just doing what I'm doing right now, just tucking them down in there. And then once everything is in place, I will go back and wire them down. All right, so let's take a look at the flowers here. This is really simple. I mean, it doesn't really need a lot of explaining. So now this is the bow. You can see I ran some floral wire through the loop on the back, and I'm just going to wrap it around the wreath. Let's tighten that down. I'm just twisting the ends together on the back, and then I'll go back. What did I just knock down? Oh, the mouse to my computer. I'm just twisting the wire in the back. Like I said, I will go back and fluff up this bow, okay? Because I kind of squished him. I squished it quite a bit, actually. All right, so now we have a little bit of a blank space right here. So I'm just going to cut some more of these. I think I might cut this one. I'm trying to push the leaves up. Why are you not working with me? Just going to trim that one kind of short and tuck it down in there like so. There we go. Somebody's like, your crafting table's too crowded. Look, I do this for a living. Oh, y'all hear that thunder? It's like, I do this for a living. You know, this is not a studio. This is my crafting table in my house, okay? And at any given time, I have a handful of projects going on, okay? So yeah, my table is pretty overflowing. My table runneth over at any given time, you know? Like, you worry about what goes on in your house. Don't worry about me. All right, so now I'm just going to, right here underneath the bow, I'm just trying to fill in that space. Just going to tuck that in there. And then I want to make sure that everything looks good and everything is in place. Like I said, I don't want like a ton of flowers on this, okay? Now, once I get everything in place, just take your wire, and that's the process. To me, that's the process. You're just going to take a piece of wire. Remember, like I said, just put it kind of close to the leaves, and you're not even going to be able to see it. And then just run it through and wire it to your wreath base. But anyway, that's pretty much done. Really easy and simple. I think the longest part of this was waiting for the Mod Podge and the stuff to dry on this little sign. But I'm going to fluff up this bow. Let me go take a good picture for y'all, and I will post that so that y'all can see it. I know you have seen it in the beginning. I'm going to do it anyway. Anyway, if you would, please give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye!